I mean, there's like what 4 Tryndamere 1 tricks in Challenger and NA. I think rank 10. He might not be rank 10 right now. Is a Darius 1 trick, Brown Man Darius. There are Garen 1 tricks in Challenger. I don't think there's any in NA, but I know there's Korean Challenger Garens. The point is, you can climb with anything. Don't look for the optimal pick. What matters is finding a champion that you enjoy playing, so that you're going to commit to your grind. That's all that matters. You'll be able to climb with anything if you put enough time into it. You could play meta if you want to be able to climb more faster, but what's going to happen is when those strong champions follow the meta, it's going to be a little harder. Like, it just changes. It's better off. Like, you don't want to. Then if you switch to the next thing that's strong, you're gonna have to relearn the champion. You lose some LP, and then maybe you gotta climb a little bit more. Just find a champion that you like. And there's also the issue that even though you're playing meta, you may not like what you're playing, right? And you're less likely to put in the time or take practices seriously. That's why just play something you enjoy. You will climb with it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And here's an Urgot top. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I love Urgot. Urgot's a really strong laner. Like, lane bullies are always, even if they're not like strong in the meta, lane bullies in general are really fun to climb with because you usually always consistently have agency in lane, and you consistently get out of lane. They're usually harder to execute into the later phases of the game. But if you're consistently getting ahead with them, like, they're a lot of fun to play. You can do a lot with them in the mid game. But if you're not good with mid game, you'll lose a lot with them.
Yeah.
So. But then there's champions that are scaling that have shit lanes. They feel terrible to play in lane, but they're a lot of fun mid-late game. And, I mean, it's just a matter of figuring out what you like. Like, I love Camille. She had a pretty good lane, and she scaled really well. Right now, a ton of her matchups feel really bad. She's not terrible in lane, but she's not like she was. And so, a lot of the champions that are popular right now, there's not a whole lot you can do, so it just feels really bad to play for the first 15 minutes. And so I'm not playing her as much anymore as a result. Just because, I have more fun playing stuff that have more agency in lane phase, so that allows me to play the game more and enjoy my time. And if I decide that I want to invest time, I'll enjoy, playing it more. If I wanted to grind and try to push for, like, let's say, Challenger, I would pull my hair out playing Camille, because every game would just feel bad for the first 15 minutes, right? And so that's why I'm playing Urgot now, because I have more fun. So when I decide to put more time into the game to try to improve, I'm going to play more Urgot games because I enjoy it. I want to commit to the grind more. So.
Yeah, makes sense.
Are you still in queue or are you in champ select?
I'm in queue. It does not. Can you not see?
I haven't looked yet.
No. Oh, I'm in loading screen.
Oh, I'm not looking at Discord. That's why. I was looking at my client. I'm really.
Oh.
That's kind of dumb, actually, of me. Whoopsies. All right, yeah.
So I do look at Blitz for things like this, and I don't think of it. I don't put too much stock into it. But I see they have that their jungle is an Iron 1 with a 45% win rate.
Yeah.
I look at, like, our Fizz has 9,000 points on Fizz.
Don't worry about it.
Not a lot. I mean, I just like I put it in my, like, this Urgot doesn't seem to have a lot of Urgot experience. I don't let it make decisions for me, but I keep it in my head. I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They could be smurfing. It could be at all to count. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You'll have games where the 1 million mastery player ints and then the 2,000 mastery player pops off. My thing is, if it adds any sort of psychological aspect to your gameplay, you shouldn't look at it. You don't want it to affect the way you approach the game. Do you have like a 4K monitor?
No. I have an IPS monitor, but it's not 4K.
Is it like 2K or?
No, I think it's just.
Your mini map icons are like really small, so usually it's for high resolution monitors. Okay, 2560. Okay, so it's not 1080p. That's basically what I was asking. All right. Do you play with like attack move at all, or do you use quick cast for anything?
I always use smart cast.
Okay, cool.
And I always A move, unless I don't want to A move.
And do you play lock screen? Looks like the answer to that is no.
No.
All right, awesome. I just want to check on that, because some players do that, even in like gold and plat. Some players still do that, and that definitely hurts them in the long term. But you already don't do that. So that's a good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I came from StarCraft, so I have a lot of like a move. Orb
Oh,
walking was
cool.
not
So
new to
you have
me.
like some mechanical ability already. So it wasn't too
bit.
hard to pick up. Awesome. Do you use it target champions only at all?
No.
All right, we'll talk about that another time. So what are you thinking about right now?
I just saw Urgot here, so I think he's not leashing, and I don't think I need to leash for here, so I'm just kind of watching this dance.
Take the long way, yeah. All right, what else are you looking for right now?
I see that their bot lane is not in bot lane.
Yeah, you saw that Urgot wasn't leashing as well, so you concluded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but your jungle is starting top lane, right? That means at 3 minutes you won't have any jungle support.
Right.
So you want to think about what you're going to do with this wave. So you don't want to do what?
I don't want to push the wave.
Yep.
He's gonna, so he's gonna zone me out.
That's fine. You play this matchup against me, right?
Yeah.
You still killed a Grandmaster Urgot player. I'm sure you should at least be able to go even against this guy.
Yeah. Well, I got lucky last time.
Because remember what we talked about. Like, your ranged melee matchup, it's normal for you to fall behind in CS. Just minimize your losses. And the whole idea is, what's your priority during this phase of the game?
It's just to get gold, don't die.
Yep. Get gold for what?
For my probably Tiamat.
Yep. That honestly is really never going to change unless you have like 3,700 gold and recall and you can just first item Infinity Edge at 8 minutes.
Yeah, if I'm way ahead, I'll probably go directly to Essence Reaver, but not always. Like, I would have to be like two early kills or something stupid happens.
Yeah, in most cases it's going to be Tiamat, so we don't need to compliment it. Obviously, if like that scenario comes, we'll you can adjust, but the idea is Tiamat pretty much every game. Cool.
I wanted to thin, but not gonna happen.
That's fine.
Ooh.
So when Urgot presses his W, that's when he does that rapid fire thing. It'll hit whatever's closest to him, or it'll hit a champion that's been hit by his abilities. So if he just presses W and he's in a mini wave, he will not hit you with his W. But if he hit you with his Q or E before he pressed W or after he pressed W, it will hit you.
Got it.
So you don't really have to know how to punish it, but just be aware of the mechanic, and maybe as you play the matchup more, you'll recognize how to punish it.
I lost track.
So what's going to happen to the wave?
So right now I'm going to push, and I have. Oh no, I'm going to get pushed. It's kind of gonna stick here unless I.
It's gonna push out into his tower. You'll get better at recognizing it, but your HP.
Oh yeah, because I gotta take it.
Yeah, it's gonna go down a little faster. So
he probably just helped with.
I would hard push this wave. Hard push this wave.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, don't let him just spam your spells. E the whole wave or whatever, just get it low.
Why? Oh, because it's 4, so that means this jungle's on.
You don't want to just walk at him. You don't want him to freeze it. You almost made it. It's still good. It's still good. You got it. You're good.
I mean, it's inside.
So what was going to happen is if you didn't push that wave right there, it would have got stuck out in front of his tower, and you would have been there for at least a minute in that area. You're vulnerable to gank. But you shoving out there, you guaranteed it's going to push back quicker, and you had a window to place vision because of it, which is what you did. I feel like you get your jungle ganked, you would have had a massive wave stuck out of his tower, and then War could have ganked you again. This is really good. Yeah. And look, now the wave's pushing into you because you pushed it there.
Nice.
I'm recording this, and I'll upload it so you can reference this live review, because it's hard to soak in a lot of things while you're playing. But you'll probably be able to see why that was good when you watch this at a later time, if you choose to do so.
Well, felt good.
Again, it's crashing into you, right? So you don't want to mess that up, because you don't want to be vulnerable to gank. You want to keep it nearby, you know.
I just want him to think that.
Yeah. Obviously, have a dance with him. But the
So-
goal is you don't want to do anything that
Oh,
fucks
no.
up this push, right? You still want it to stay on your side of the map.
I wasn't keeping track of the 6s or the 3s. I should have. Too much to think about.
You haven't messed up at all.
I mean, I want to thin it out enough so that it doesn't.
Yeah, obviously. The point I wanted to drive was that it's pushing into you. You want to keep it that way, so you don't want to like eat through the whole minion wave and start hitting a ton and have it push into him again, right?
So now he's backing off.
Yeah, that's fine. Just let it sit here, because all these minions will die. He probably wants to TP back so you can have mana, but he'll lose all these minions. Thin it out a little bit so you can still keep it frozen in front of your tower, though, right? Alternatively, you do have Tiamat, so you can even the lane out, or you could freeze it right here.
I actually have Tiamat right now.
Yeah. So you have a couple options. You can hard push this next wave and recall. Like you have a couple options.
Yeah, I'm gonna push this out.
There you go.
So my understanding is that you slow push this wave, and then the next wave that comes in, I hard push it.
You got it. You wanted to hard push the next wave.
Oh, I see.
I think, last hit only here. You don't want to get it too close to tower. Because when you're trying to get the wave to bounce, if you end up in a situation where any minions are under their tower that you have to hit to get it to crash, that's bad. So this is perfect. So spam all your spells. You have ulti. You have your full HP. It doesn't matter if he hits you. Just get this wave in. You don't care. Keep hitting it and then run at him. That way he doesn't freeze it. He's not going to kill you. Unless you do that.
Oh. I mean,
just walk
I
away.
have a couple of reasons why I'm okay. Should I wait for this gank?
No, just recall. Just recall. Like he's not going to kill you there. What we wanted to do is we wanted to get the wave to bounce. If you kept walking at him, he either would have just sat there and soaked minion damage, or I think in most cases they're going to, the wave's going to crash because he doesn't want you to hit him for free, and then the wave bounces sooner. Now it's not going to bounce back in time or as soon. It eventually will bounce, but it's at the same time you can also make the argument, I want to get a little damage on him. He can't kill me, then I can TP back full HP and he's at a deficit. Both work.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a Tryndamere main. He took his champ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at his name. Yeah, but look at the wave. So the goal was to get it to reset. It's still bouncing back, so this is good. And how do you know it's bouncing back? One, if it's on his side of the map, it eventually will push back, and usually cannon waves will always push it back. But he has what? He has 5 minions. You have 3. You'll get better at counting minions as you get more used to doing it. Just at a quick glance. Obviously, you can tell he has more minions than you do right now. But
yeah, but it's really hard to let it push back now, right? Because every last hit's going to do a decent amount of... Ooh.
Well, it doesn't matter. Remember, we talked about the phase was letting it bounce back and forth to try to avoid ganks and get your item. That was phase 1, right? Early game, early fair lane phase. You have Tiamat now, right?
Yeah.
So what can you do?
I can shove this.
Yeah, you can just shove it in, get deep vision, look for tower damage, look for trades. It doesn't matter.
That was bad.
Just walk all the way. Walk all the
bad.
way. Keep walking. Keep walking. You're gonna get ganked here. We saw Warwick. Keep running. Keep running. Keep running. Keep running. Straight line. You can TP back if you need to.
I shouldn't do anything about this? I should just let them
Just recall. Just recall. TP back. You're gonna die. Like, it doesn't matter. If you go there, they'll just kill you. TP back full HP. Urgot already used his TP. Shove the wave out. If you stay nearby, if Warwick has ulti, he's just gonna ult you and you'll die. You don't have ulti or flash. Again, you got a bad fight. Like, it's normal that you just want to shove this out. You shove this out too, because now that you have Tiamat, like we're out of the sitting in lane trying to optimize pushes and whatever. Now you just kind of nice. Now you're at a point where you just want to keep the lane shoved, get deep vision, and basically you shove the lane, look for wards, right? That's what we talked about. You shove the lane, look for wards. If you can roam, you can roam. If you can invade, you can invade. Or if you can't do anything, you can't do anything. The whole point is you're shoving in the mini wave so that you get chip damage on the tower. Now, if Urgot doesn't let you do that, that's okay. You don't have to.
Oh, I didn't have my E.
Yeah. So he's not letting you do it. That's okay. But the idea is, ideally, you want to shove this wave in, get chip damage on tower because you got your team at. If he's not going to let you do it, you can sit here and AFK farm for a little bit. But you're looking for windows to get the wave shoved because you don't want to just sit here under tower. You want to start getting that chip damage on the enemy tower because your win condition is what? Split pushing?
Yeah.
Yep. Again, if Urgot's going to E you every single time that you walk up and try to shove the wave, you can react. You can predict that, right? And get ready to E away from him and attack his mana so that eventually you can start just perma pushing this and he can't do anything about it. Nice crit. I think you win this. You don't have to commit either. Like, yeah, you win this anyways. Nice.
I didn't know if I had to.
Don't leave. Don't leave.
There.
Don't leave.
I want the ward. No.
Yep. No, that's fine.
Warwick spot. It's fine.
Yeah, you see him on the ward, so that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure you weren't looking to recall. If you're warding, that's fine.
But I see where everybody else on the map is. So.
Yeah. So you going to ward there was correct. I don't want you to think that I was saying what you're doing is wrong. I thought you were going to recall. So.
No.
Awesome.
There's one thing I don't do. It's ever recall.
Yeah, that is. And you can kill this wave and get Urgot. Or not Urgot. You can kill this wave and get the TP before Urgot comes back. If you're watching the death timers, you know that Urgot like spawned about 5 seconds ago. There's no way he's going to get here before you get this plate.
And he already TP'd.
Just leave now. Leave now. You're not going to get this other plate.
I mean, you maybe spot, right? And if Urgot shows up, I just leave.
Just recall. Just recall. You want to get your recall off because that's the whole point. You got the plate. Right. You get your recall and spend the 2,000 gold you have, and then you're back before he gets to your tower.
So you think I should move directly here instead of the attack speed?
I think finishing items are better if you're really ahead. If you're not super ahead right now, you definitely have a lead, so you can still invest in the attack speed if you want to. I think if you're looking in terms of benefit, if you're choosing between Caulfields and a Stinger, Stinger's probably better, honestly. But if you had enough gold to complete an item versus get Caulfields and Stinger, I would have completed an item. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are we looking to do now?
Pushing the wave.
Yeah, it never ends. It doesn't matter what anyone else.
Especially like this is a particularly easy game.
Now what do you do, right? You shove him the wave. Remember what we talked about wards in that bush? If you have time to place it somewhere else, it's better. That's lazy if you have the time. If you can't safely place the ward anywhere else.
Yeah.
Great. That vision showed you where the jungler is. You win this 2v2 for sure.
2v1?
2v2. Look at the map. Are you not paying attention?
I'm not smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Warwick on the ward. We saw Shaco ping when he was going there, and
oh, I did that too early.
That's fine. You out-sustain him. Doesn't matter. Yikes. What should you do?
Right now?
Ping Malzhar's flash.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting you to know the answer to that. Just ping Malzhar's flash so that the team knows. You can do it later. Focus on these minions. It's fine. But I want you to let Fizz just let your team know the flash was down in some way. Whether they pay attention or notice it doesn't matter. The fact because someone will eventually one of your games will. This is fine. Your team's gonna get stuff on another map. All you have to do is just stay alive here. You don't have to kill these people. If you can, go for it. But you don't have to do anything here. If you're getting tower damage or drawing their whole team to you as a solo player, you're doing something right as Tryndamere.
Now I see this whole team coming in on him.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to dive, you have ulti. You want to get this play started if your team's coming. Doesn't look like they're coming quite yet. Yeah, you can go. There's no way you die here. Cool. Sweet. All right, what do you want to do?
I mean, right now I have heal, so I want to...
Well, I mean, what do you want to do now? Like, what do you want to do? That tower is going to go down there, right? Like
Yeah.
you got the kills, like the tower's going to go down no matter what. Obviously, if someone tried fighting your team, you stayed to help, that's fine. But what do you want to do now?
Right now, I want. Pardon. I want to swip bot.
You got it. And why do you want to do that?
Because top's going to push out and I'm not going to be able to get much done. We have an objective top that we want.
There you go.
So I'm going to pull people bot.
You got it. That's what I was looking for. There's an objective top that we want. Dragon's not up, so there's nothing top side or bot side to keep them interested. And your team's all near the top side of the map anyways, so you made the right... That's what I was looking for you to say, so you recognize it. That's good.
Oh. See, whether it's the right move or not, this attack speed feels really good.
Yeah. No, I was saying I do think Stinger was better instead of Caulfield's in that situation, but if you had a shit ton of gold there and you could choose between a bunch of components or completed Essence Reaver, I would have chose personally an Essence Reaver. Now, what should you do?
I mean, I see the fight. I mean, this again easy decision because I know my team's gonna wreck any team fight they're part of without me.
Even
So
if
I
they were
just
going to
keep
lose
pushing.
that team fight, what should you do?
Just keep on this turret until I see some reason to not to.
Yep, you got it. And a reason not to is if you see like an obvious...
It's like 4 of them come bot.
Yeah. An obvious fight or an obvious like rotation to kill you. Like, yep.
Yeah, but they're not.
And you can die for this tower right now. So if they send 4 people to kill you, but you know if you ult, you get this tower, ult to get the tower and die. Opening up an inhib is huge. Tower and inhib are always worth dying for. Same thing. If they come to kill you and you know you can get this with ulti, get it.
I don't think I can.
Then leave. That's it. It's that simple. If you don't think you can, don't stay. If you know you'll die but get it through ulti, get it. Nice. Do you have enough gold for an item?
I do.
So what should you do?
I should back.
Double check to make sure you have
Rock?
enough. No, you just leave and recall. Spend your gold. Double check to make sure you have enough, though.
Yeah.
And what should you buy alongside that?
Pink ward, probably.
You got it. Coach's favorite question. Buy 2. No reason not to. You think it's reasonable you buy another control ward at some point in this game? Other than that one?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah. And you have not enough gold to buy anything else, and you have a free extra slot for a control word, right? Might as well buy it. No reason not to.
So they're not... okay. We don't need it, but we didn't get Rift Herald while I was doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like whether they use your pressure to do something or effective or not, like you can't control. What should you be doing right now?
There's a dragon coming up, and top tower is easiest objective, so I should be headed there.
Yep.
I think.
You got it. Your team's near the bottom side of the map. You want to go away from them, right? You know what you're doing, dude. You're doing good.
So I never know. I guess I should that.
I would have put that pink on the other side of that bush, but otherwise those wards are fine. I personally would have put the yellow by the bush closest to their base. Is that you know where that bush is? And then I would have put that pink on the other side of the same bush you're in.
So the yellow there.
Yeah, yellow there, and then the pink in that same bush just on the right side instead of the left side. So here we are. Your team is coming to like she's in this lane with you, like or whatever. You're gonna get this tower.
Not coming. Only Urgot's coming to stop it.
Yeah. So if the enemy if you felt like this was impacting your split, you can ask her to leave, or you can just go to the other lane. Doesn't really matter, right? You do one of those 2 things, but obviously it didn't affect it, so you're fine. Cool. Now, what's the next item you're buying?
From nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So why you're still pushing?
Probably would have been IE.
Yeah. So why you're we want to make sure you don't end up in a situation where you're not where you're never recalling even towards later of the game. Obviously if you can get free towers and free inhibs, keep doing it. But when you get situations where you can get items, you want to make sure that you're still taking the time to recall. At the end of the day, you want to get those recalls in. because I mentioned like you were your bot side after you got the bot inhib tower, and I was like, you should recall. You have enough for an item, right? It's okay to take a pause and pressure to get huge item spikes, right? So you want to keep that in the back of your head. Like if you had enough for IE there, you should just recall and get IE. The point is, I want you like we saw that you had a habit of not recalling when you're sitting on tons of gold. Make sure you are getting recalls, and it helps when you're thinking about the next item. So if your next item was Infinity Edge, then maybe you want to recall when you have enough gold for BF Sword when there's a window too, or maybe you just want to recall when you can buy the full item. The point is, keep doing your thing, and if you notice you hit the gold point for the item you planned on getting, then recall. So that's why I asked you what are you buying next, because you want to have that in your head. You don't want to be like AFK pushing like, oh, I have a lot of gold, and then you press shop. Oh, can I buy anything? You're thinking about it. You should already know, right? You should know I'm gonna split push, and then when I get 3,000 gold, I'm gonna recall, or I'm gonna split push when I get 1,300 gold for a BF sword. I'm gonna recall. Plan that ahead of time. Otherwise, just keep autopiling this push. But yeah, do you have any questions?
No, I mean that was very very straightforward game. Thanks for Sivir, but it felt good and it felt right. So
sweet.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. I appreciate the time. I'll probably schedule another lesson at some point next week or the week after. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this was really good and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime, if you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to me. And best of luck.
Cool. Thank you. And do I, for the second hour, do I schedule that and you accept or vice versa?
Either or. I'm going to do it right now, and you can just